Hai, oke sobat, bertemu lagi dengan fathoreact di sini. Seperti biasa kita akan melihat reaktor mancanegara reaksi Mas Alip. Tapi sebelumnya jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, dan komen. Oke, kita lihat video berikut ini.
This guy always amazes me and blows my mind, so let's see what he's got in store. Loads of harmonics, some artificial harmonics as well. Oh wow. Sounds like a classical piece. It's like a one-man orchestra. Pinky rhythm, right, staple. Really beautiful chord progression as well. Superb chord voicing, this is really nice. Is this an original piece, or if it's a cover, please let me know. From a horror film or something like that. Dynamic control. How hard. Softly plays. Just on another level, it's amazing. Lovely theme. Really strong movement, notes he's hammering on from nowhere, really strong chord progression. I'll explain what he's doing with his finger a little bit later on, but they're artificial harmonics, and on top of all the finger picking and hammers from nowhere. Drone of the A string there, nice. So much problem solving going on here. You gotta figure out what he wants to play, how to play it, and then get it to this standard. So much goes into this. Keys in to make sure you can make use of the open strings. Beautiful. The amount of harmonics in that was amazing. I'll just quickly break down what I'm talking about with harmonics. Before we get on to that, if you want to check out my other reaction and analysis videos to this fantastic Alip Ba Ta, you can get them with the eye up there. Of harmonics in this song, and you guys really didn't exaggerate them. They're really interesting from a compositional point of view as well, which I don't really want to dive into just now. If that's something you'd like to see, let me know. And also, if you could tell me a little bit about the song, if this is an original, if it's a cover, because it's really quite beautiful. And if it is a cover, I'd like to check out the original as well. But I'll give a quick overview of some harmonics. I'm going to break down a tiny part that he plays here. I've talked quite a lot about harmonics before and how to get them, so you can get those videos with the eye up there. But essentially, rather than holding the fret down properly, you just rest your finger kind of above the fret wire. There's certain places they happen. They don't happen on every fret, so somewhere like the 6th fret, you don't really get a noise. Somewhere like the 5th, the 9th, 7th fret, 12th, 4th, And there's even 3 on the 3rd, if I can get them. So very faint, but you can hear them. And an artificial harmonic is the same idea, except you use your right hand and you rest it lightly above the fret wire. So the ones he gets here are on the 12th fret, on the E string. So you're just resting your finger above the fret wire, picking the string with your thumb. Rather than holding it down, you just get a slightly different sound. The other note he's going for is here. So that would be the 19th fret on the G string, and again, we're just resting our first finger above the fret wire, picking it with our thumb. Okay? So the notes there, we're moving from an E to a D, but using these beautiful harmonics and letting them ring into each other. Okay? Now underneath this he has a chord, and to do this we're going to need to down tune it. So you want to take your E string, tune that down to a D. We'll look at the left hand part first. So what you're going to do is hammer on this 8th fret on the now D string, this lowest string, your second finger. Hammering on from nowhere, so this hand doesn't pluck the strings, you just have to use strength and technique. I have covered this before, so I'll link to the video up there. We're then going to use our first finger on the 7th fret, and then we're going to use on the A string there, right? We're going to go over to the D string, and we're going to hammer on the 8th fret with our 3rd finger. And then you're going to go back to that 7th fret on the A string. So you've got this. Again, this hand isn't doing anything, it's all left hand finger strength and technique. At the same time, he's applying these artificial harmonics. So he's hitting one on this E string, this first one we looked at, when you do the first hammer. So you're going to do these together. Hammer on from nowhere. Simultaneously do that first artificial harmonic. Hammer on the next note. When you get to this 3rd note here, that's when we do this other harmonic. So we do this at the same time as hammering on the D string from nowhere. So we have this first one, hammer on with nothing else, harmonic with the next hammer on, and then the hammer on here by itself. So play that slowly without talking. I'll try and get up to speed if I can. This one little thing is taking me a considerable amount of time to try and get, and I'm still nowhere near getting it there consistently. So he is playing this beautifully haunting chord. If we look at the notes, we have B flat, E, another B flat, I suppose, and a D. So really, to my ears, an E half diminished or E minor 7 flat 5 if you prefer, but starting on the 5th, starting on that B flat. So the reason we get the D note in there is from the harmonic up here. If you remember earlier, we said those notes were an E and a D. So that's where the 7th
Itu tadi tayangan dari salah satu reaktor dunia yang linknya udah saya sertakan di deskripsi. Mungkin sekian dari saya. Oh ya, jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, komen, dan share. Kita ketemu lagi di tayangan yang lebih seru berikutnya. Wassalam.